everyone, Nicole Best here for your gentle yoga class. I hope you find this class energizing as well as therapeutic. So we're going to go ahead and begin. We're going to sit in a Sukhasana pose, so easy sitting position if that's available to you. You may use a block to bring your hips up a little bit if that feels easier for you on your hips and knees. And we're just going to close our eyes and come into our breath. Focusing on taking deep inhales and full and complete exhales. Trying to move the breath from the chest down into your belly. Filling the diaphragm completely up with oxygen and then releasing. And it's here we're going to set our intention for this practice. Remember, your intention is not neither wrong nor right. It's whatever you're feeling right now in this moment. Maybe your intention is just to practice towards your edge through every posture we do. Maybe your intention is to focus on the breath and to allow the breath to bring the fluidity within your movement. Or maybe your intention is to be present in this moment. It's so hard to become present. We're so worried about the future and we dwell in the past. But the present is where we truly live. So just take a moment to find whatever intention resonates deep within inside you. And may that be the driving force behind this practice today. Gently flutter the eyes open. Roll the shoulders up and back. Drop the left ear to the left shoulder. Round the chin forward to chest. Sending right ear to right shoulder. Inhale, coming back to center. We're going to repeat the other side. Right ear to right shoulder. Really feeling the lengthening in the neck. Round chin to chest. And left ear, left shoulder. Lift your head to center. Turn your head to the left. Back to center. Turn to the right. And center. Look up. And gently look down. Taking our wrists, we're going to roll the wrists in little circles. And now the opposite direction. Take your left wrist and use your right hand to pull the arm back, the hand back. and then go in the opposite direction. So stretching out the wrist today. And then do the other hand, so pulling back and then flexing the wrist. My hands are really dry right now. And then open your hands really big and make a tight fist. Open really big, jazz fingers, and then make a fist. And let's just shake it all out. And we're going to do something a little funny. Sitting really tall, we're going to open our mouth as big as we can and our eyes as wide as we can. Here we go. So open up and then close. Relax your face. And then make that big expression again. And then relax the face. One more time. Open up real big. And then relax. Good. Move the jaw. Open the eyes really big. Maybe turn the eyes in circles. Just getting the face a little bit more alive. Okay, remove the block if you have the block underneath your hips. And we're going to find ourselves in table. So wrist under shoulders, knees under hips. We're going to take a few rounds of cat-cow. So inhale, drop the belly, looking up. Exhale, round the spine. Inhale, drop the belly, gazing upwards. Exhale, cat. And really pushing the earth weight around the back of the shoulders. Inhale, looking up. Deepen, tip that pelvis. And back to cat. Last round. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Rock back and forth here in your cat. So keeping your spine nice and rounded. We're going to rock forward on the wrist and then back. Forward and back. Now find your table. Wag the tail. So curve the side body to the right. Curve it to the left. Again, to the right, trying to look back with your head, and left. Sitting back, hips to heels, we're going to take our wrists and we're just going to flip palms up just to stretch a little bit longer. And then turn the fingertips towards each other and just rock back and forth. Be gentle here. And then round them again. And let's come up to our plank. So tuck the toes, we're going to lift the hips up, lengthen the back of the legs, send the heels away from you. Energy out of the crown of the head. We're going to hold here for 5 breaths. You can do it. At any moment, you may drop the knees if you want to find yourself in a modified plank if this gets to be too much. So I've been talking, and I'm sure I've already passed the 5 breaths, but let's do 2 more. Here we go. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Drop the knees, hips to heels, forehead to ground. Bring your hands back to your feet. If that feels good to you, just hold here. Big inhale. Exhale. Come back to that plank. Tucking the toes, lifting up. If you need to put your knees down, do it. Let's go ahead and hold the plank again. Here we go. Breathing, 5, 4, lengthen out of the head, 3, crown of the head pushing away, 2, 1. Drop the knees, send it back to a child's pose. So plank really warms up the whole body. It engages a lot of muscles. And it brings fire right away. Let's do it one more time. Tuck the toes, lifting the knees. 5, 4, 3. You've got this. 2, you're getting stronger. 1, drop the heels, drop the knees, hips to heels. Rock the hands back to your feet. Coming up to hands and knees, tuck the toes, send the belly to the thigh, lifting up slowly, trying to maintain the belly to thigh feeling. Lift up to your downward facing dog. This is my first down dog of the day, because I'm filming this in the morning. Go ahead and walk your dog if you'd like. That feels good to you. Lingering, kind of playing with the movement here on either side. How you doing? All right, looking towards the top of the mat, we're going to gently walk our feet to the top. We're going to hang here, so keeping your knees, a soft bend in those knees, grab opposite elbows, and hang in ragdoll. Finding movement here, if that feels great on your spine, or just stay here in this inversion, nice and still, wherever you're at today. Three more breaths. Now extend the knees, taking your hands to your shins, pull the spine away into your half fold. So tip the pelvis to allow the tailbone to reach away as you're reaching, lengthening the neck and the spine. Long, long back body here. Keeping the legs engaged. Holding. 3 more breaths. Big inhale, exhale, let it all out with your forward fold. Getting a little closer to your legs. You can always use blocks here if the floor isn't as accessible to you. So you can use blocks to hold here to get more into this posture if you need. Let's go ahead and gently bend the knees, and we're going to roll up nice and slowly, even slower than you think. One vertebrae at a time with a nice rounded spine, head arriving last. We're going to roll the shoulders up and back, again up and back. Good job. Now we're going to come into Tadasana. So last time, roll the shoulders up and back, palms facing forward. Let's bring our toes and our heels together. Standing really tall and firm, pushing into the earth. Lift up all 10 toes and fan them out. Really feeling the connection to the ground. Keep your core pulled in, so belly to the spine. Hips lifted, tailbone slightly dropped. Shoulders back, ribs in, all the stuff we have to think about. Long neck, shine the heart forward, so open the shoulders back, just pinching the top of the shoulder blades together, just a tad, holding here, breathing. You are strong. Inhale. Love. You are love. Inhale, peace. Exhale, you are peace. Inhale the arms up to the sky, bring the palms together, pressing the palms into each other as you slide the hands through space to your heart center. Repeat after me. I am love. I am peace. I matter. I am here for a reason. Coming to your intention, breathing it in, exhaling it out. Open the eyes. We're going to bend the knees slightly, bring our hands to our knees, lifting them up into a chair. So sending the hips down, knitting the ribs together, gazing upwards, holding. Sinking a little lower, hips sending back a little bit more. Inhale, rise up, pushing your palms down. I'm going to turn to the side now. We're going to do that 2 more times. Inhale, bending the knees, sending the arms skyward. So here, my back is swayed here. You want to pull the hips in, sink a little lower, really close the ribs together like that corset imagery. Sinking the hips down. We don't want to be forward, we want to be back. Like we're trying to sit on the edge of a seat. Lifting up, breathing. Sink a little lower, pull the hips back just a little bit more. Big inhale. Exhale, push the ground away using your palms to go down. Last time, inhale, chair. Big inhales, big exhales. Bringing your arms to your heart center is an option if your shoulders get fatigued. But I encourage you to fight through that fatigue. That's where change happens. Inhale, exhale, come to your standing. Excellent job. I know chair is not a fun posture for most people, myself included. Coming to the top of your mat, but because it's not our favorite, it's more of the reason why we should do it. So hands to your hips, you're going to take that right foot, you're going to step it all the way back into a warrior 2 stance. So nice and big, you want your heel to be in the midline of your left heel to be in the midline of your right foot. So if you were to draw the line there, those two would be connected. Sink nice and low, get cozy in this warrior 2, knee in line with the ankle, hips lifted, tailbone down, ribs together, arms nice and wide. Gaze through the middle finger. We're going to be here for 5 breaths, so you can do this. Keep that back leg strong. Sink a little lower. Open the knee out more from you to engage the outer and inner thigh. One more breath. Inhale, you got this. Exhale. On our next inhale, we're going to reach out the right arm and send it up and over into your side angle. Here's where you could use a block if you'd like to hold the block here in your side angle, or just rest the forearm on the top of the knee. Sinking a little lower. Opening that front knee, your left knee wider, so swing the knee maybe closer to your middle toe, pinky toe, really opening that inner thigh. Relax the shoulder, engage the core. Finding your breath, being present. Inhale, exhale. Looking down, finding your block or the mat, placing your hand on your support. We're going to lift that right hip up onto the diagonal, lengthening that left knee for triangle pose. So slide your hips. Ideally, we want the hips to be even, so we don't want to pitch back. We want to send that left hip forward to meet the right on that same plane. So I like to use the analogy of a piece of toast sliding into that toaster. You don't want to have any little parts sticking out because you'll get burned. So keep it nice and flat with your smooth piece of paper or that toast sliding into the toaster. If looking up is not available to you because of neck strain, then feel free to look down. I tend to have some pain in my neck, so looking up for an extended amount of time really strains. Holding here. Exhale. One more inhale. Exhale. Bend the knee. Take a big inhale coming back through your warrior 2. Holding here for a moment. And straightening that front knee. We're going to rotate our left toes to be parallel with each other. And for a wide-legged fold. Inhale the chest out. Exhale, forward fold, pausing at your flat back. Really sending energy out of your tailbone and the crown of the head, oppositional pulls. And release to mat or your block. And lengthening out here. Folding to any degree. Trying to maintain the flat back. That increases the stretch that we're trying to achieve. Rounding the back decreases the stretch. So keep that flat back. Keep trying to tilt the hips forward. Breathing. Walking the hands out. We're going to place the left hand right in front of your face, and we're going to take the right hand and twisting open. Don't allow the hips to twist. Push and fight for that right hip to stay down. You might not twist as much as you'd like, but we want to keep the integrity of the hips. Nice lengthening here, lengthening out of the neck. Don't crunch it in. And then let's repeat the other side. Right hand down, twisting to your left. Coming back to center. Bend the knees carefully. Find your hands to your hips and come on up. We're going to repeat all of that to the other side. So turning out the right leg, keeping your left leg nice and strong and straight. Opening the arms out. Warrior two. Sinking lower, finding your breath. Sinking a little lower. Very good. Almost there. One more breath in. Complete exhale out. On your next inhale, swoop the right arm over to your side angle. Really reaching out the diagonal. Sinking lower in the hips. Stretching your arm out even longer. Lengthen out of that back leg even straighter. Looking down, find your block or the mat. We're going to send the left hips up to that diagonal, straightening that right knee into your triangle. First, I'll be done soon, okay? So again, we want to keep those hips square to the front. So pulling that right hip forward, pulling the left hip back to keep them stacked on top of each other. So I'll be done in a second. Can I see you downstairs? Thank you. Bending that front knee, inhaling back, warrior two. Inhale, straighten that knee. Go ahead and turn those feet both parallel. I'm going to stretch forward again. So inhale the chest up. Exhale, forward folding. All the way down. If you'd like to wrap your hands around your ankles to pull deeper, feel free to do it. Release the hold and heel your feet in so they're about hip distance apart and sink your hips down, opening the hips wide. I think this pose is called Malasana. So we're in a nice squat pose here, using the elbows to push the knees away. Breathing. Take your left shoulder to your left knee and straighten that arm. So straighten the left arm, then sending the right arm up. Trying to pull the left knee back. So we're putting our left arm out with our left shoulder into our left knee. I don't know if I said that right. I'm thinking about it now. Maybe it's the opposite. And then come back to your center and repeat the other side. So right shoulder, right arm straight, right knee being pushed with the arm. Trying to keep the back nice and flat. So extending the spine. You don't want a grounded spine here. Relax that shoulder. And then coming back to your center. Bring your hands to your mat. Slowly bring the knees and the feet together. We're going to come up to our toes and we're going to sink our knees down, or sink our hips down, lifting up. That balance is difficult. We're going to do a little toasting here. So using the block if you'd like to keep your balance, or if you feel really steady, bring the ribs together, core engaged, holding here. This is so great for your toes. We often don't come up on our tippy toes like this. And let's come out of that. So release, bring the heels to the floor, send your hips to the sky, and let's ragdoll. So just hang here for a moment, rinsing all that out. Slowly come on up to standing. Hands on your hips, rock back and forth, finding balance between both feet. We're going to come resting on our right. We're going to prop our left foot to our ankle. We're going to come into a tree pose. If you need a support, a wall or a chair is great for that extra balance. If you don't need it, that's great too. And just slide the foot up to your tree, pushing the foot to thigh, thigh to foot, sending the knee away from the body. So you're really wrapping the thigh front to back. So it's wrapping from here all the way back. Sending the knee away. Hips are sending forward. Right hip, left hip forward. Nice and square. Pressing the palms together too. So you have your two sides of your body really pushing into each other. Foot to thigh, thigh to foot. Palm, right and left palms pushing into each other. Long back. Feel the foot that's connected to the earth. Breathe. If you're feeling really grounded, lift the arms up. Gaze towards where the ceiling meets the wall. Maybe opening the arms out. Shining your branches. Breathing. You're strong. You're sturdy. Bring your palms back together, sending them to your heart center. We're going to release the foot, bringing the knees close to your chest as you can, holding it here for a moment, then releasing it to the ground. Let's do the other side. So right leg up. If this is all you'd like to do today, or if this is all that feels comfortable because you just feel a little off balance, that's okay. There's no shame in that. Every day is different. Every side's different. Every moment's different. But again, squeezing foot to thigh, thigh to foot, that really helps balance out the midline, keeps everything sending all the energy down, straight through the middle. If we push too much with the foot, our hip gets pushed down and we go off balance. Squeeze everything into the center, squeezing foot to thigh, thigh to foot. Really feel that energy. Feel the energy with your palms pressing into each other. You should feel a little engagement in the corner of your armpits. Find your breath. Focal point. So you're looking drifty, just kind of staring at the same unmoving object on the wall, space in front of you. Maybe we bring our arms up. Maybe our gaze comes up a little higher, our chin lifts a little up. Maybe we smile, tap it, open those arms out, shining forward, breathing, pushing thigh to foot, foot to thigh. Hands back to your prayer, down to your heart center. Release the foot, bring the thigh in, and send it to earth. Shake your hips side to side. We're going to do one more standing balance. Again, using the walk you'd like. Okay, so finding our balance on our right foot, we're going to lift the left leg, crossing it over, tacking those toes. So yep, we're going to be going into eagle. So here we're going to drop the left arm, right arm on top. You can keep the back of the palms together or press your palms to each other. Lift the elbows away, send the hands away from the face, sink a little lower into your hips, engage the core. So think of making a little crunch there with your abs. Holding, sink a little lower. Sink a little lower. Inhale, exhale, release. So we didn't hold that too long. It's always good to test our balance, even in slower moving classes. I wanted you guys to just take a little, push it up just a tad bit. So we're crossing now the right over the left. We're going to drop the left right over. I'm sorry, we're dropping the right with the left over. Sinking a little lower. Bring the hands away from your face. And all the movements we're doing today are to help if you have osteoporosis. So really yoga is so great for so many things. But this class specifically is to help with osteoporosis. So we're moving the bones, we're adding strength to the body, which then in turn helps the bones. Inhale, exhale, release. Shake it out. Maybe we move the hips in big circles. And the other way. All right, let's come to the top of the mat. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, swan dive. Stepping back into your down facing dog, holding for 5 full cycles of breath. So big inhale, full complete exhale. Inhale and exhale. Maybe nod your head yes, no. Thinking about why you came to your mat today. What's your driving force? What's your reason? What's your purpose? What change do you want to cultivate in your life by practicing yoga? Gently bend those knees. Send the body forward. We're going to hold another plank, our last plank of your practice today. You're welcome for helping you get stronger in your body. So let's hold it here. We've got this for 5 breaths. 4, 3, hold on to it, 2, 1, release, bending the elbows, hugging the elbows into your side body. You did 4 planks today. Congratulations. Really awesome. Really good for your body. Putting your wrist under your shoulder, we're going to lift up into a cobra. Any degree here, pulling the elbows into the body, really straightening the back of the legs, and release. Let's do that again. So inhale up. And exhale, release. For this last one, we're going to put our hands, couple options. You can clasp your hands behind you or leave them next to you, or do the cobra we just did. So here we go. With your forehead to the mat, this time we're also going to lift our legs off the ground. So inhale, lift up. Try to get higher. Hold. And release. Come on up to hands and knees. I'm going to check my phone real quick because I just had my headset do something weird. Make sure we're still recording. Okay. Your Still recording. Apologize for that pause. And let's go ahead and lift up into that pose one more time. It's so great to strengthen the back of the body. So again, you can clasp your hands and lift. You can leave your feet down. It's totally customizable to what you're feeling right now. Inhale, exhale. Here we go. Inhale, hold, and release. Great job. So let's go ahead and flip over onto our back, and we are going to do some bridging. So take your block here. We're going to use that in just a second. Bring your heels to your hips. We're going to inhale, exhale. On your inhale, lift the hips up to your bridge. Curling the shoulders underneath, clasping the hands, lifting the hips higher. We're going to hold this for 3 breaths. Do not move your head. My headset is making all sorts of noises. I hope it's not coming out on the video. Release the shoulders, lift the heels up, slowly roll down 1 vertebrae at a time. I think the batteries are going. Oh man. And we're going to inhale, exhale, inhale, lifting up. Using the arms to push your hips higher. Lift the heels up high, release the hands, and slowly starting at your neck, rolling 1 vertebrae at a time, even slower than you think, to create more space, to increase the space between those vertebrae. Nice job. Hug the knees in, circle side to side. Now we're going to take that block underneath your tailbone. And just pause here for a moment, breathing, the supported mini bridge, I like to call it. Just going to hold here. Okay, inhale and then exhale. Remove that block out of the way. And let's go ahead and do some supine twist here. So taking that right knee, hug it in, send it over to the left side, opening the right shoulder. So I normally, when I practice at home, I do practice to music, but because I'm uploading to YouTube and then Facebook, there's some copyright issues with playing music, which is why I'm not playing music now. Because I want you guys to be able to get the content, and then you can choose what music to play at home. So in case you were ever wondering, that's why. Or maybe you weren't wondering. And then bring the knee in. But long ago, I believe, yoga was not practiced to music. It was practiced in silence. There's something to be said for that. I really enjoy being able to hear my breath and not having the distraction of music. Go ahead and extend that right leg up forward, right up to the ceiling, holding to the back calf or your thigh, never your knee. Holding it here. So I'm really flexing out of both feet here. My legs are super stick straight and my hips are nice and square. Holding it, breathing, relaxing the face. It's not helping you with this hold. Bend the knee in and relax it down. Let's go ahead and do the other side. So lifting that left knee into the chest, twisting over to the right side, opening that left arm. Bringing it back to your center, hugging the knee in, and extending that foot straight up to the sky with a flexed foot. Holding the thigh or the calf, whatever feels good to you, whatever your purpose is right now. You can also bend the right leg, knee in, if you'd like a little bit more support. Some days I like to stretch like this. I feel like I can concentrate on this lifted leg instead of trying to keep that bottom leg, the support leg, down. And bring it back down to your mat. Hug both knees in. Sway side to side. And then grabbing the tops of the feet, pulling down into happy baby. Feel free to play in this posture, so swaying side to side, maybe lengthening one leg, then the other, then both. Whatever feels good to you right now. This is a really therapeutic pose. Should feel pretty awesome. And then bringing the knees in. Take your nose to your knees, hug yourself as tight as possible. Hugging it in. And then releasing it off. We're going to slowly come on up. We're not quite ready to get into Shavasana. Extend both legs out into staff pose. So flexing the toes, lifting out. If you need a block on either side to help you, if you have a long torso like me, this helps to keep the back nice and long. Or if you don't need it, you can use your fist. And hold here, breathing, firing the legs up, engaging the thighs, lifting the heels off the ground if you can. That's kind of the goal here. So lifting, elongated spine. Two more breaths. Full inhale and exhale. I know this is a really awkward pose, even though we're just sitting, but it's really great for the legs. Inhale. It's just really uncomfortable. Exhale. All right, let's open up into a straddle, so our wide-legged here, wide-legged stretch. Keeping the feet nice and flexed. We're going to walk our hands out, trying to fold our body flat to the earth. So I always talk about the rounded spine. Right now, rounded spine is not going to serve you in this stretch. So we want to try to keep that low back and upper back nice and extended, lengthening out. And we're going to be holding here for a little bit. So if you want to take your block, you can rest your head on the block. Really find comfort in this pose. Or if you'd like to grab your toes and finding yourself flat on the ground, please do it. So think inhale, lengthening the spine, exhale, folding deeper into the stretch. And then slowly come on up. If you ever have dreams of being super flexible, this is a great stretch to do every day. And you'll find that over time, you will get lower and lower, and your legs will get more further stretched. So I challenge you, if that's something that's always been a goal of yours, or you're inspired by flexible, bendy people, Doing something like that will definitely help you. Now we're finding ourselves in cobbler's pose, so Baddha Konasana. We're just going to take our feet with our hands and just folding over. Again, keeping that round, that flat, lengthened back. Pushing the elbows, actively pushing the elbows down into the knees to open up into those hip flexors. Pushing down deeper, inhale, lengthen, exhale, folding deeper. Take a big inhale, exhale, release out of that. Coming back into a straight legs. We're going to keep the feet nice and flexed. Oh, my hair's a big old mess today. And then we're going to forward fold over those legs. So using a strap here to get deeper into this is a great idea. I don't have my strap handy with me. Let's go ahead. You can grab your legs, your strap, your feet if you can reach your feet. And we're just going to hold this pose for about 5 to 8 breaths. A little longer, but that's to create more space in the back of the legs. If you are into this pose pretty deeply, using a block against your feet helps increase the stretch. So we're still in this forward fold. We're going to breathe about 3 more times. I'm sure you are still holding it. But I'll edit on that, I suppose. And release. I invite you to find a wall, and we're going to do legs up the wall for about 3 to 5 minutes. So find a wall and scoot your booty against it, and we're just going to lift on up and hold this. Arms out, resting to the side, or you can take your arms to your chest, over your heart, and over your belly so you can feel and concentrate on your breath. Let's find some peace and comfort in this inversion. You can also open out into a wide-legged stretch if you'd like. Another great option to increase the flexibility in your legs is to stay like this, because gravity will naturally pull your legs down to earth, and your legs will slowly stretch, and over time you will gain that flexibility. Notice if you have any tension. It's not serving you in this pose. We don't need to have any muscles working. We're just relaxing in this, allowing our gravity to do its thing, and our body just to open up on its own. you are at, if you have wide legs, go ahead and bring them back up together. And then roll gently, carefully to one side. And then come back to your mat. You gonna join me? We're gonna do Shavasana. So I'm gonna do a supported fish. If I could remember how to do it, I always get confused. See if I remember how to do this. I might just decide not to do this. Let's see, I got this under here. Oh, this is gonna go under my. Yeah, all right. I'm doing this wrong. Okay, so under your shoulders, you can place a block, like where your bra strap is. Over here. Then you can place the block on the midsection, so not the quite highest. Just play around with it so you feel comfortable, but your chest is elevated. I don't know why I thought to put it under my tailbone. Maybe because I had a 3-year-old distracting me. No. All right. So if you'd like to do a supported fish for your Shavasana, please do it. It feels so great on the back. Opens up the heart center, opens up the back body, increasing that flexibility. It's really wonderful. So I'm going to help my little Scarlett here. All right, Scarlett, want to lay down? Go ahead and lay down. Put your bottom on the ground. Put your bottom on the ground. This under your back and this under your head. There we go. Put your booty on the ground. Good girl. Now we're just going to lay here in Shavasana, acknowledging any tension we have, sending our breath to that area, releasing, letting go, softening. We don't need to have any tension here. Let's just really devote this time for relaxation, to seal our practice, and to give our body proper time to heal and take in all that practice we just did. I encourage you, if any thoughts pop in your head about your to-do list or somebody to call or something of that nature, just inhale, imagine a bubble going around that thought, and exhale, send it away. You know you're going to get to it later. This time you have set aside for you, so I encourage you to use every bit of it. Just use this time for you. Don't think about anything else but your breath. And I will leave you with that, nice and relaxed. Lower belly down. Gently finding awareness back to your body. Maybe a little bit of movement within your fingertips and your toes. Opening the eyes, closing at the same time. Opening the mouth really wide and closing it. And gently removing those blocks from your body as easy as you can. Taking a nice stretch overhead, slight arch in the back.
Taking the just one?
Yeah. And we're going to roll to one side, pausing for a moment, giving your body gratitude, giving yourself gratitude for showing up on your mat today and taking time for you. And then pushing the earth away, we're going to come to a sitting position. We're going to sit down like this. And we're going to end our practice the way we began. So nice and tall, hands resting on your knees. Taking a big inhale, exhale out of the mouth. That felt good. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, and exhale out of the mouth. Let's go ahead and do one Om together. So we're going to inhale, and then we're going to say Om together. You ready? Inhale through the nose. Bringing your hands to your heart center. Put your hands together, your palms together. Thank you so much for joining me in this practice today. I hope you feel a little bit more alive. I hope your body feels a little bit more open and that you're just ready to continue on. Just know you are amazing. You are wonderful. You are love. So give the world the you that they deserve to see. Namaste.
Namaste.
Bye guys, I hope you're enjoying our yoga sessions together. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, please leave a comment or shoot me a private message, whatever floats your boat. If there's something specific you'd like to work on, I'm very happy to tailor a class to whatever it is that, whatever needs that you have, whatever concerns you have, or a goal that you're working towards. Just let me know and we'll make it happen. Right, Scarlett? Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Have a good rest of your Wednesday and the rest of your week.